Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Valerie, and this is the Hargett Life. Today's video is a collaboration, and is hosted by Tiffany over at Small Town 6. For this collab, Tiffany has challenged us to make something with fruit. I'll have Tiffany's channel, as well as the playlist, linked in my description box below. So as soon as you get done watching this video, be sure to go check out that playlist. I'm sure you'll find some great recipes. And if you're coming from the playlist, welcome. I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and become part of my YouTube family. For this fruit challenge, I'm going to show you how to make a strawberry shortcake trifle. Now let's get started. For this recipe, you'll need strawberries, milk, water, sugar, instant vanilla pudding, strawberry jello, cornstarch, Cool Whip, a cake mix, and all the ingredients that it calls for on the back of the box. So there are 3 parts to this recipe: cake, strawberry syrup, and the pudding mixture. I'm going to start off by making the cake. If you'd rather, you could always use a store-bought pound cake. It works out great that way too. I always have a box cake mix on hand, so I just prefer to use that. Only I doctor mine up a lot. It makes it a little more dense and helps it to hold up better under those layers of strawberry syrup and the pudding mixture. So to doctor up your cake mix, don't follow the directions on the back of the cake mix box, but in a large bowl, add your cake mix, instant pudding mix, milk, eggs, oil, and sour cream, and mix well. Pour that into a 9x13 baking pan and spread it out as evenly as possible. Now I'm going to put this in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean. While the cake is in the oven, I'm going to make the strawberry syrup. In a medium saucepan, I'm going to add in sugar and cornstarch. Now that cornstarch tends to get clumpy, so before I add any liquid to this, I'm going to whisk until all those cornstarch clumps disappear. Now I can add in my water and mix again. Now turn the heat on to medium and simmer until this mixture starts to thicken. While I'm waiting on this to simmer and thicken, I'm going to get my cake out of the oven and let it cool. It probably wasn't a good idea to leave this syrup unattended. It started to boil a little more than I wanted it to. But I think I'm fine. I caught it just in time. I turned the heat off and added in my strawberry jello. Whisk until that jello is dissolved and the mixture is smooth. I had already gotten my strawberries ready by washing them, cutting them into small pieces, and placing them into a large bowl. I take that strawberry syrup that I made and pour that over the strawberries and stir until all those strawberries are coated in that syrup. Then I put this in the fridge to chill while I start on the third and final part of this recipe, which is the pudding mixture. And after that, I'll be ready to assemble this trifle. So for the pudding mixture, I add milk and instant pudding mix to a large bowl and mix it with my electric mixer until it starts to thicken, about 2 or 3 minutes. I pop this in the fridge for about 15 minutes to chill before I fold in my Cool Whip. While everything's chilling, we're going to talk about my trifle dish situation. I don't have a trifle dish, so I decided to make my own. I have this pretty Pyrex bowl here. You could also use a punch bowl. And I grabbed my cake plate and I just set my Pyrex dish on top of my cake plate. And look at there, homemade trifle dish. Now this works great because when I'm done serving it, I take the leftovers, and instead of having to worry about fitting that tall trifle bowl into the refrigerator, I just grab that bowl off the top of that cake plate and pop the bowl in the fridge. Okay, back to the pudding mixture. I took it out of the fridge and added in my Cool Whip. And when I started to mix it, it was a little clumpy. So I pulled out my electric mixer. I wanted to make sure I got it nice and smooth. Now it's time to assemble this thing. I cut my cake into small cubes and added half of those cubes to the bottom of the dish. Now I get my strawberry syrup out of the fridge and I spoon half of that over my cake layer. Then on top of that, I pour over half of my pudding mixture. Make sure you spread that pudding all the way to the edge. That way you can see all those pretty layers through that glass bowl. Now repeat all that one more time. Using the other half of that cut up cake, the strawberries and syrup, and the pudding mix. Now I use what's left of that tub of Cool Whip and pour that on top. had a tiny bit of that strawberry syrup left, so I decided to drizzle it on top for decoration. Now this goes into the fridge until you're ready to serve. This recipe is quite a process and a little time consuming, but it's actually very easy and so delicious. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to check out the playlist below for more fruit recipes. But before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.